Welcome my people, welcome to this channel. I want to talk about timelines in the Nigeria-Biafra War of 1976. Now let me begin with a quote. We must be open to addressing the concerns of all in this union. Let me continue. We have the responsibility to unshackle them from the ghosts of ancient grudges and grievances. End of quote. This is actually credited to Vice President Yemi Osinbajo. Now, why is history as a subject scrapped from Nigeria's education curriculum? Do you have any reasons? Do you know of any? Please let me know in the comment section. Now, what is the essence of 97% and 5%? Now, how can the pains and losses of the war be addressed if we don't talk about it? If we just feel, well, it will go away. Do you think it just goes away like that? How do you think the pains will be addressed or can be addressed? And then look at the case of Rwanda. What lessons can Nigeria truly learn from the experience of Rwanda and how they have managed the genocide there and the aftermath? Now, it has been more than 50 years. We don't have a national monument to serve as remembrance of the unjustly killed. It's true. Many people died in that war. And you know one funny thing? They are civilians. Civilians died more. And not exactly from the war per se, but from blockade. At the time, the Nigerian government blocked the area that used to be known as Biafra. And then there was no food and people were dying of starvation. So those people, don't they deserve to have a monument for their remembrance? Now, let me quickly give you some timelines. In January 1966, a coup was led by Kaduna and Ziogo, and that coup was termed Igbo coup against the North. So by July 1966, there was a counter coup in Nigeria. It was led by Murtala Muhammad, and at the end, Yakubu Gowon emerged as the head of state. Now, from June to October in 1966, there were riots in northern Nigeria, mainly targeting Biafrans, and then many were killed. Innocent people, many were killed, and it was estimated that about 1 million people returned to southeastern Nigeria that period. Remember that the present geopolitical zones were not the original configuration of Nigeria. That is not actually how Nigeria was before the war. On January 4th to January 5th, 1967, General Gowon and his governors met with Eastern Nigerian leaders in Aburi, Ghana, to find a way to find a lasting peace because trouble was already brewing in the region. But the the peace talk actually did not go well. Now, May 27th, 1967, General Gowon balkanized Nigeria further. He divided Nigeria further. You see, it used to be 4 regions. So what he did was break the ranks in this region called Biafra now, creating states out of that place. And then at the end of the day, we had a total of 12 states in Nigeria. Now, on May 30th, 1967, Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu, after consulting with people in the region, declared the independence of the Republic of Biafra since their negotiations with this other side failed and people were still being killed, and people of the southeastern region were returning in droves from northern Nigeria. So on that 30th of May, Ojukwu declared the Republic of and as soon as he did that, Gowon declared war on the new republic. Then by July 1967, the war was already raging. It was raging, in the, especially, it's the major theater of war was the southeastern part of Nigeria. And that southeastern part of Nigeria then comprised of some parts of south Nigeria today. And that is why when you hear those Masob and IPOP guys talking about Biafra, and you look at their map, they're actually drawing map that even gets to up to Yenogwa in Bayelsa state of today. So as the war raged on, people died, and then there were many supporters on the part of Nigeria. Let me quote Charles Ogbu. He said, Russia, Morocco, Egypt, and of course Nigeria, with no one by the side of the Biafrans, but their sheer will and determination to defend their rights to life and dignity of the human person. So the Biafrans were condemned to a war they were fated to lose, but even more fated to fight. For another person on Twitter, he said, and I quote, "We will one day sleep in Nigeria and wake up the next day in Biafra." You can see that the anger, even people that were not alive, that were not around during the war, when they hear the stories, because they are the Nigerian Biafran war is well documented, they feel the pain. So, do we allow this pain go from generation to generation without talking about it, without actually addressing the pains? Do we think just like we wish everything away in Nigeria, let's keep quiet, everything will happen just like that? Now, you remember Half of a Yellow Sun, that book written by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. Do you remember that Kai Nene disappeared in that story? Now, what does that tell you? That so many people are unaccounted for even today. So many people have died and they are not accounted for. It's just like they died like animals. They are not human beings. The Nigerian state has not taken time to touch this pain that people in that region are feeling. People in the region of southeast and some part of south of today. Now here Charles Ogbu again, outnumbered, outgunned, and blockaded from land, air, and sea, while under the combined fires of Britain and so forth. The the Biafran Republic, which was newly bettered, faced a lot of strife, a lot of trouble, especially during the war. Now remember that on January 15th, that is after, in January, really January 12th, the war ended when the Biafrans surrendered after Chukwemeka Odumegwu fled Nigeria to go to exile. And so Gowon proclaimed the hypocritical dawn of 3 hours, where he was talking about reconciliation, reconstruction, and rehabilitation. Do you really think those things have happened today? What do you think, guys? Like the video if you have enjoyed it. Subscribe. Please subscribe to this channel and put on the notification bell. Comment and share as viral as you can go. Thank you guys for watching. Bye bye.